saw this game on Steam on sale, and feeling like I wanted to play something new. So here we go. Let's jump into Gone Home.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so love you. See you soon. Bye.
Name is Caitlin Green Barra. Pity, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you. But it is impossible. Please don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. I don't want anyone to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried, I love you. Dang, that's a lot of money for just shipping it. But yeah.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school. And my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make...
I wonder why it's echoing like that. Maybe it's part of the game, but it sounds weird. No thanks.
make it any easier. It doesn't feel real. But I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
Dear Katie, so much has changed even just since you've been gone. We moved into this house. I'm at a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not going to let it faze me. I think that's just what it read on the audio. Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come back and see this new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason I hang out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little. Dang.
Sam.
That's a big phone.
Hello. Sam.
One of the postcards I sent. Oscar Doc Mason, 60, County, died peacefully last month in his home. Mr. Mason was born on September 8th, 1933 in the house that would be his home for the rest of his life. He attained his degree in pharmacy at a young age and returned to Boone County to practice. He quickly became a well-loved figure at the center of the community. In the decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside his home. A service will be held this Sunday at the First Methodist Church at 1 p.m. All are welcome. His survivors include his nephew, Terrence Green, that last name is hard, as well as, in the spirit, the people of Boone County to whom he provided wellness and comfort. Welcome, Ms. James. We hope that you're excited for your first day at Goodfellow High School, as we are. Please follow along on the first day of class so that when you can get right into the swing of things.
Oh my God. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, pushing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House Girl. Great.
Alright, I'll go in there in a second. Hey, are you there now, girl? Sam? I'm Tommy. I'm the back behind you, wave if you got this, and right back. Hi, Tommy. Yes, I'm Samantha, and yes, I'm new. What's up? I just thought since you're new, maybe you could use a friend. I don't have a lot of friends either, and so I thought I'd ask something if you don't mind. Do you mind? No, I don't mind. What did you want to ask? Was it just your uncle who went psycho, or does it run in the family? Dang, bruh. They say that a jack of all trades is a master of none. I have to disagree. Mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of purpose and dedication to craft. If you happen to be in the market for a combination LD-CD player, you'll be glad to know that Pioneer seems to share this particular. It's like a... what's it called? Review. John Russell opened his eyes and saw them, the stars twinkling as he were laying on the grass in his family's yard in Massachusetts. Even though that place was a million miles away, no, he blinked the sleep from his eyes, looking through the carbon-reinforced safety glass of the space station. Archimedes, yes, he was a long way from home, but the future needed him. John Russell's head swam. He felt incredibly drunk despite not having touched a drop in hours. He vomited into his feet, his bare feet. He stared for a moment, processing his sick, flecked toenails, standing up his bare knees. He was completely naked. He looked up and met the eyes of a gorgeous blonde woman wearing a tight polymer fiber tunic. The fabric that strained at the seams to contain her generous bosom was emblazoned with the phrase matter transference operator. Then he passed out. John Russell had crossed the gap in time. Only messages has passed before, but now, man, they needed him. Now more than ever. Changing the past is no longer good enough. The instructions from the council has been clear. What to procure, what to construct from it, now to assemble it. So he made the machine how to transport him boldly across time. And now he stood there on the bridge of the starship Archimedes, ND of the vessel, because only he who had saved the president life twice before he could helm the naive crew to their destiny, the fate of the galaxy. Interesting. Little inspirational board right here. Back to basics, sent back in time. $1963, guess I can try that. Dang. Killing him JFK3. chaos surrounding what's the greatest tragedy of all time. Electrical inspection form. Wiring in the house is technically up to safety and amperage requirements. However, multiple layers of wiring have been added into the structure over the last 100 years. The system is frequently unpredictable. Lights blink out for no clear reason. Pressure on floorboards and door frames disrupt circuits wired directly behind the surface. Properly reworking the electrical system would be highly destructive to the walls, floor, and fixtures of the structure. After discussion with Mr. Greenborough, since there are no current safety concerns, issues will not be addressed. Can't see. Got some Irish whiskey. Bigger library. Dang, how big of a library do you need? Dad's second book. Oh, you actually don't. Oh boy. Stranger under my roof. Understanding teens. The teen years are fraught with change of all types, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. But these changes don't just affect your teen. Teens' turbulence years are a challenge for parents as well. Maybe the biggest challenge you've yet faced since having children. This book holds insight into your teen's behavior from the very beginning as he or she first enters adolescence, up through the end of the teen years as he or she enters young adulthood. The practical strategies here are based upon well-tested principles of pediatric psychology presented by Dr. Elise Medina, herself a mother of two teenagers, prepared to gain new tools for establishing a productive, healthy, and loving dialogue with the stranger under your roof. I'd never had such a good conversation with my daughter. These simple tools can make all the difference to a relationship. The dad got this book because when the daughter moved, she was definitely feeling like an outcast. Needed some. Oh, well, there's the code to the thing. Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting the last few months. Frankly, you're becoming more trouble than they're worth from the editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non-squitters from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not reminiscence on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's tons of guys half your age who would take half your rate to write stuff I could actually use, but David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss. So I'm giving you one more shot on this, on his say-so. You should write him a nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everybody will be happy. Brent Kirkwood, Reviews Editor, Home Theater Aficionado Magazines. 0451. I guess I can go open that cabinet real quick before I... Interesting. Dear Mr. Mason, please find it enclosed in your original document and a taped copy of your records. The notarized copy has been filed at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important matter. Sincerely, Jeffrey Wise. Attorney's law. Oh boy, what happened? Oh, will and testament. I, Oscar Mason, possessing full competence of mind and memory, and after full survey of value items to my name, do hereby declare this document my last will and testament. The following shall hold true upon my passing. Number 1. I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County, that I am unmarried and have no children. Oh. That's for real how I'm gonna end up. Number 2. I declare that I have no outstanding debts to my name to any creditors living or dead. Number 3, I do hereby bequeath every item of value of which I may die possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding acres located at Arbor Hill, as well as any and all personal property and moneyed accounts to my nephew Terrence L. Greenbarrel, Jr. of Ellis County. In the event that said Terrence L. Greenbarrel, Jr. should predecease me, then and in such event, the bequest to him shall fall, and the same is bequeathed to his children as ordered by age and competence as stewards of the estate. I subscribe my name to this will, this 13th day of August 1973, signed by Oscar Mason. That's just the same thing in his handwriting. It's loud. Turn that off. Okay.
Rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tacoma County, and Wistaria County.
There's no light on this
strongly
fan.
urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Severe weather warning, alright. Alright, that's enough of that.
This is a severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties.
It's that book
Austin
Dad
County,
wrote.
Boone County, Dawn County,
The Accidental Savior.
and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are
Terry, hey
expected
man,
at lower
how have you been?
elevations.
I know you're published author and everything now, but my editor at HF Aficionado has too much review work to do around, and he's looking for another freelancer naturally. I thought of you. You were saying in your last letter how much of a pain it's been trying to find a
This
publisher
is a
for
severe
your
weather
latest
warning.
work or
The
literature.
Northwest Weather Service high winds with torrential rain
And writing
conditions
stereo
affecting the following
reviews
counties:
is dead simple.
Austin County,
Sit
Boone
at home
County,
with a glass
Dawn
of
County,
scotch, listen to
Tacoma
some
County,
records, and
and
write up
Wistaria County.
how it sounds, and
Residents
then
are
get
strongly
paid.
urged to stay
I've
indoors
included some
and secure
issues
all
on the
windows
mag
and
to
doors.
use a
Flood conditions
example
are
if you're
expected at lower
interested. Send
elevations.
some samples to my editor and tell him your old college chum Mike sent you. Here's the address. Do it, Mike.
This is a severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions
It kind of
affecting
looks
the
like
following counties:
this
Austin
book
County, Boone County, Dawn County,
did something
Tacoma
to his
County,
mind.
and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors
Oh,
and
I got
secure
an
all
itch.
windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Let's go over here real quick. Got a nice painting. Boy, light these up. Oh, it's empty. Never mind. TV listing.
This is a severe
So
weather
mainly
warning.
watched
The
the
Northwest Weather
X-Files.
Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tacoma County, and
Anything down
Wistaria
here?
County.
No.
Residents are strongly
kinda- this
urged to
table
stay
looks like
indoors
my
and secure
grandpa's
all
table.
windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower
Oh,
elevations.
no. Beats. Hold on. Made a little floor. Grab Poltergeist book.
This is a severe weather
Interesting.
warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tacoma County, and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions
Hi,
are
Terry.
expected at lower elevations.
Enclosed, please find a Pioneer email with remote cables. We need a half-page review for the October issue, so that gives you about 2 weeks to get us the copy for the edit. Standard stuff like you gave us on the CLDD 502. It's a combi player, so
This
check
is a
its CD
severe
playback
weather
with a few discs
The Northwest
as well
Weather
as
Service reports high
Laserdisc,
winds
and
and
they want us to
torrential
definitely
rain
hit the
conditions
signal to
affecting the
noise
following
ratio
Austin
and
County, Boone
TOS
County,
link
Dawn
stuff
County,
for
Tacoma
high-end
County,
buyers.
and
Looking forward to
Wistaria
your
County.
take on it. Enjoy the
Residents are
unit.
strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Really likes the X-Files. It's always okay to make friends, never worry about having friends to spend time with.
This
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them. Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk. But sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
This is a severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone
Heaven
County,
at the edge
Dawn
of the
County, Tacoma County,
Grade
and
2.
Wistaria County. Residents are
I think this
strongly
handwriting's
urged
better
to
than
stay
mine at
indoors
grade
and
2.
secure all windows and doors.
Part
Flood
1,
conditions are expected
story,
at
the
lower
trilogy,
elevations.
part 1. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seemed. Somebody, she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the black pirate ship Shield. I thought we lost him at
This is
Moose
a
Island.
severe weather warning.
The first mate said,
Northwest
"Looks like
Weather
you
Service
thought too
reports
soon."
high winds to
The
torrential
black
rain
ship came
conditions
up
affecting
along
the
the
following
side.
counties:
Captain Black
Austin
himself
County,
came out on the
Boone
deck
County,
of the
Dawn County,
black
Tecumseh
ship.
County,
He yelled to
and
Captain
Wistaria
Allegra,
County.
"Y'all are never
Residents
gonna
are
find the
strongly
edge.
urged to stay
There ain't no
indoors,
paradise
secure
in
all
your
windows and
father.
doors.
We're
Flood
a
conditions are expected at
liar."
lower elevations.
Nice. Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mate yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world and you'll see her father was no liar." The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away.
This is a
Out
severe
west,
weather
she said,
warning.
and the
The
ship
Northwest
sailed
Weather
towards the
Service
sunset.
reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tecumseh County, and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Man, these people have a lot of books. Looks like somebody's been doing some homework. Below are 2 stories. The events are all in order. Get out a sheet of line paper, write repost and sheet at the top, and choose one of the stories that you're reading provide. Beginning with the title of your name. Find a topic. Okay. Menstrual cycle, or I am produced in this test. So talking about sperm. Okay. She chose A. The early morning of September 1st, 1939. Essa Glatz stares out the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Willem in Poland. Man, I'm like dyslexic or something. As the train rumbles along and the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her Borislav, the boy she is engaged to wed. Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an ovum starts to develop as this train approaches and its destination. Her heart races, the lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. As Essa steps off the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. There, her dear Boris, still in her baker's smock. He must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovum releases an ovum. It travels through the fallopian tubes. Over the... Oh boy. I don't know what that letter is. Wheezing of her... Wheezing of the steam engines, a deep hum growls. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over in the station, a whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reaches out to the ward, her dear Boris across the crowd. Their eyes lock, and the moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelops him almost instantly. In the assault by German forces, almost 75% of the people in the hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa and, for a time, Borislav, huddle in a half-destroyed church. He is blind, his legs are missing, bandaged with torn bedsheets. Essa's eggs will not be meeting a sperm. It dissolves. About 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end, nothing can save him since the lining of the uterus is not needed for a pregnancy. It comes out through her badge. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. Another ovum starts to develop in one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. It is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. Hey, I can learn something from that.
Somehow I always knew that someday we'd be through. Now that it's happened, I
Sounds so weird with the echo.
I've done the best I could to keep from leaving blue. Can't get you off my mind.
You can come back and read that later. Let's see if there's something in here.
I'm right here looking at you. I hope it ain't me, it's my shower.
You think I sent you far away
I had been over.
from me? I thought you'd stay away from me.
Okay, this is the music room.
You left your voodoo
Understandable.
all
Records.
around.
Okay, let me read this letter. Okay, this is to Terrence. I write to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Para. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in your future endeavors. Dang, bruh. Oh, didn't check up here. Just some more after y'all. Katie, please tell Mom and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. Okay, so Sam left. Please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic. Alright, gotta look for a key. Hi Lonnie, so if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far out, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to. And we can meet in the parking lot after 6. Samantha. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. Then I'm gonna kick your butt. Get ready.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, it turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
That's epic. Guess I was a track star. It is so dark over here. Make sure nothing else. I'm very bad at reading cursive, so if you want to read this, you can, but I'll just leave it here for a second, and you can pause it and whatnot. But I ain't gonna read it because I suck at reading cursive, and I'm not gonna embarrass myself or more than I already have now just by reading plain as day text, barely being able to read it. Alright, where does this door go? Doesn't tell me? Alright, time to go upstairs now. This house's layout is very strange, I will say that. Control burn schedule for Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise above the northeastern region of Boone County over the better part of next week. A part of the Forestry Service run controlled burn of overgrowth sections of the Flintlock National Forest. Forestry crews have been prepared in the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly into Thursdays, depending on speed of progress according to the Forestry Service. In addition to removing dead and overgrown vegetation that can lead to wildfires in dire months, the operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the forestry and firefighter personnel involved, said senior conservationist Janice Greenberg. Oh, I think that's senior conservation. I think that's my mom. Smoke will lightly linger in the area through the following weekend. Temporary personnel transfer. Head of Personal Safe Forestry. To aid in upcoming prescribed burn operations, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred to the station at Flintlock National Forest effective 9/2/90. We see attached personnel file. The overseeing officer at Flintlock Forestry Station, senior conservationist Janice Greenborough, is charged with the supervision of transferred personnel. The duration of transfer will be based upon performance evaluation as well as recommendation of overseeing officer. Alright, looking over it, dude. I see. Oh. For Bratmobile. Sammy, love this tab, Cherry Bomb, Throwaway Products, Tap, Sego, Fuck Your Fans, Polar, Baby, Bitch Theme, Richard Cool. Okay, interesting.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
That's nice. Hey, Daniel wants his Nintendo game back. Sam, stop leaving every damn light in the house on. You're as bad as your sister. Sternly worded wet letter. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenborough, am 17 years old and therefore independent, fully functioning human being. The fact that you can still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own, like a human being, and since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter, Samantha. This is Samantha's room. Probably. She robbed all the stuff. Nice. Little cheat codes for Street Fighter stuff. Bratmobile, cool, cool. This is what Lonnie gave Sam.
Yeah, we're so cool. We're so cool, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck.
That is loud. A second.
I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna say hello. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna walk away. I don't wanna hear how many friends you have. I don't have any anymore. I don't wanna be something but so cool. I don't wanna go to junior high school. I don't wanna get your picture coming out dinner. I don't wanna have your fucking penny trees.
Alright, that's enough of that. Oh, there's another one. Oh, never mind. Stare. Nice. Yeah, I don't know the combination of that. Sure, I'll find it around here somewhere. Okay, let's read this. Disciplinary referral. Factual description of incident observed DeSoto wearing a t-shirt with an unacceptable image on the front, a large beer can labeled Pabst Blue Ribbon. Ms. DeSoto was sent to the guidance counselor office. Given the option to turn her shirt inside out, change into a shirt from her gym locker, or be suspended for the rest of the day. Chose suspension. Her father was called, but there was no answer and no answering machine. Miss DeSoto must return this form tomorrow, returned by her father, or signed by her father. Oh, this is Lonnie's. Interesting. 2 doors to your room is crazy. Hey Sam, you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it. So either it's good or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mom is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight, but I can just bitch out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent by going to Bart? According to Todd, it's pretty hardcore, I guess. Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needles. So that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. That's funny. Todd wants to see it again. 7:15, okay? Don't bark. Haha, alright, see you there. Yeah, I watched Pulp Fiction not too long ago. Just because I was very interested in it. Grab Steggy Stella. Kurt Cobain. Oh. I didn't know he died in 1994. Oh yeah. It's the one I want to join for a ride when it's done. That's sick. Building a bike. Definitely like a 150cc. It was a 4-stroke? Oh, nice. Not challenge assignment, medal, plaque, for family, portrait, reasonable subject, but not complex. When I said that mom and dad should be replaced with parents' names, I did not mean just add them underneath. Acceptable labeling on edges show more pride in work. And Sam had this in like 4th grade. Bible. Mid. Oh. Make sure there's nothing. Interesting. Oh wow, she's continued her story from 2nd grade. It's a lot to read. I honestly do not feel like reading all this. Just want to move on, you know. So here's 1st page, 2nd page, and the 3rd page. Try, I guess, 1017. I tried. Oh, I read that already. Got the bathroom. Tampons. Oh. Okay. That's not blood.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, you're so beautiful. And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited, and the moment was gone.
Oh. Oh. Make sure. Okay. Okay, that was Sam's room. Some funky. This is me. Nice. Got the TV. Got some more stuff. What is missing? We got mitten. Mitten. It was age 5 at the time of that drawing. Leaves of grass. Is this us? There's not a cursive letter. There's definitely something. Guess not. Interesting, interesting. Oh. Rediscovering your spouse personally, spiritually, and sexually. Oh boy. Alright. This is the parents' room. Interesting. Read a note. Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home on such short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. Where is Sam at? Why is she... Should she run away? Seems like she ran away. Ghost Hunter Journal. Interesting. Oh, hidden note. It's not really hidden. Hey Sam, you were asking what my JROTC ribbons meant. Here is a handy guide. Orienteering this means the Army thinks I can find my way around. Rifle team, and the Army has branded me as a certified killing machine. Adventure training. I am a burn adventurous, and no borders can hold me. The Army recognizes this, so you didn't think I was cool before. Now you do. Lonnie. Oh, Lonnie's in JROTC? That's sweet. The sitting room. We got a cassette player over here. Right. Richard. Good stuff. That looks like the the man did his job, and Janice thought pretty proudly of this young man. Halloween show. Misfits, don't forget your costume. You're awesome. See you there. Signed, Bonnie. Your address on it.
Sometimes you just have to lie to mom and dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to mom and dad situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
Okay. Nope. These light switches are mad weird. Wildfire, he saved her from raging flames, and that thing was really heated up. Crazy. That's crazy right there. Yo, that's pretty sick. Heavens to Betsy. Nothing can stop me, stay away. Alright. Lonnie, holy crap. I was in the library and noticed something in the corner and found a secret. What? secret passage, and it had Oscar's creepy old stuff in it. Oh my god, I have got to see this. We're skipping. Holy crap, I was in the library and noticed something in the corner. So go to the library. There's something in Mom and Dad's closet. What? Oh, it goes downstairs. What in the world? Captain Allegra and her first mate. Your costume, my custard. Alright. Sam Stark, do not enter if red lights are on. Kinda wanna go to the secret room. Yo, that's crazy. What the heck? Loved world. He gave his only son. Sam and Map. Ghost Hunter, Sam and Lonnie's secret house investigation. Hidden compartments found. 3 library, upstairs hall, and foyer. Evidence of the supernatural is discovered in 0. Interesting. First combo strap to open. Okay. Got a Ouija board. Read note. Hello. Who are you, Oscar? What do you want? To come back. Interesting. I think there's more to explore, I thought. No. Maybe. Do not read at the edge of the pool. Alright, I guess I'll read this. Peer down on where this canopy of wrestling leaves from there. Okay, I'm not too much.
Dawn County, Tecumseh County.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous? After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Blood conditions are expected at lower elevation.
Oh, this is to her locker. So, Sam's locker is 0501.
Lonnie came over today, but everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think. But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go, Sam. Let's freaking go. Bam. Time to see what's in this basement. Pitch black down there. Got an old chip bag. Got the huge.
It's different now.
SL.
I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around, well, you know. So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
Awesome. Good stuff. Grab black. It's for me. Oh man, one of my sex ed assignments. Oh, I see what she did. Menstrual cycle. Congratulations, I am pleased to inform you your mission of creative writing track of the Reed College Summer Program for Young Scholars. For its 1995 session, we believe you have much to contribute to Reed College community based on your portfolio and academic record. I'm pleased to offer you financial aid to cover 75% of your summer program and tuition fees. Okay, average college letter. Acceptance letter.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
Dear Terrence, thank you for sending along a copy of your newly published book and author first published manuscript is a momentous occasion. I read it this afternoon. I certainly recognize my own son in the subject matter. An author's work is the externalization of that which he holds dear and that which he fears. In this respect, I believe your work was successful, but the lens through which the personal shown was needlessly clouded by genre, cliches, and implausible domestor science fictional die ex machina. The great authora speak of their lives milieu in clear and honest tones, the lens crystal that retracts their thoughts without distortion. I congratulate you on surviving the great ordeal that is publication, and rest assured that readers of your chosen genre will lap up copies hungrily, but I urge you to shed artifice. You can do better with a father's love and encouragement. Citizenship stuff. it's not. Yolanda Di Soto. Yo Hector plus Marie Di Soto. Dear Sam, I'm so happy you like the drawing. I was thinking of this one. I know you'd be able to tell. You love Mexico. I think probably the nature here is totally different than back home. I keep thinking about Allegra and the first mate, lost on a mysterious island where even the plants are out to get them. And I think of them together, out there in the wilderness together, and I start thinking of you again. I lie here in bed and I can almost feel you. I've been trying to save it up for when we're back together again. I haven't done a good job. Okay, but I tried. Okay, enough about that. Your last letter got to me the day before we started driving back north. I'll be racing this letter home. If I get home... Oh, crap. If I get home first, we can read it together. And yes, I'm taking tons of photos. We'll have to spend so much time in the dark room. Lonnie. Weird bed thing going on here. Girl Scout. The band formerly known as Cub Scout Set List. Role model, authority, main squeeze tones.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucks. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
I want to see what's in here. I think it's just wood. It's mad dark in here, though. Let's go. She got the heart pendant.
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, "You didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl." But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
Shoppers of Main Street were surprised today. The announcement that Mason's Pharmacy would change ownership for the first time since it opened 10 years ago. Rumors swirled that the sudden sale of the pharmacy was transacted for a song. When asked about speculation that the deal had been signed for a little as $1, Mr. Samuel Onstein, Oscar Mason's longtime assistant, now proprietor of Mason's Pharmacy, told the Register the Pacifics will remain between him, myself, and Mr. Mason. Mr. Mason had taken sick and was unavailable for comment. Main Street. Costume skeletons and devils, cheerleaders from the Smells Like Teen Spirit video, one girl dressed as Jackie Kennedy. The Psycho House Girl, the coolest stuff about being Psycho House Girl. Cool thing, number one, everybody in the hall thinking you don't know they're looking at you and whispering as you walk past because I guess they haven't heard of peripheral. That's a lie to my mom and dad, but it was so worth it. The girls on stage were so loud and real and awesome, and everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Woman Outlaws. Dang, no more pizza again. Appreciate the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative and well was well written, but it does not change my mind on this matter. While I understand that Miss DeSoto is a friend of yours, the fact of the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. The fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker with retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial as your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident. The fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there has been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there is no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it will only bring more unwanted attention on yourself, which I believe what you claim began this whole incident in the first place. Wow.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to like defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
Get lost now. So I think this should be the kitchen. Got a salon. Spanish book. Okay, more about you sought to fill your previous position on site. Posting. Okay, awesome. Getting new management stuff. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away, and then when she is home she takes it out on you. Like because you're not a member of the family, she knows you won't call her on it. And I'm sorry. Haha, it's okay. I knew she's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have to have a mom every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mom thing like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm not being serious. My mom is a psycho Christian and her new husband Don is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So you wouldn't rather live with your mom in Florida? Paste or tickets. Alright. Got another closet going on. Sam, this school is the coolest thing I found in Mexico, and it was like $3. I love it. Merry Christmas, miss you. P.S. Treasure it always. Wait a minute. Is this school, wasn't it? Yeah. Mexico in Mexico. Hi Jan, I got 2 tenants for the EWF on Thursday. Earth, Wind, and Fire. But my girlfriend says she doesn't want to, so like, her taste in music readers is ugly. Head again. What? That makes no sense. So that leaves me with an extra ticket that I thought you might just be interested in. More than clearly hot brush in the freezing rain. Rich. Hi Mom, hi Mom, Dad, and Sam. The Vatican is weird. As you can see, the Catholic Church still has a lot of money left over from the Middle Ages. I've gotten to see all of the art endowing the Sistine Chapel ceiling and the sculptures by Michelangelo, Donatello, and the rest of the Ninja Turtles. My mom will have to come back together. I would love to be here with someone who really appreciates the history behind everything. Also, Sam, they have various relics as in pieces of important dead people, so you should probably come too. Next stop, Barcelona. Calm down, Dad. I won't get gored by a bull. Probably, little Katie. No buts in heaven. Distributing inappropriate material at school grounds. Phone call to students' parents. Out of school suspension. Sam, since you refused to hear us out this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this in writing so that we are absolutely clear. You are grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges from using your car for any time except going to and from school. We understand what you are going through, but we can't allow you to continue with this kind of behavior at school, and clearly, once your privileges are restricted, we can't allow you to have your bedroom, your door closed while Lonnie is at the house. This is the last word on the matter. Get back on course. So this won't have to happen again.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying or something, but they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
Sam scheduled working at the Brown Burger at Bevel Road. Got a promotion. Having received your formal acceptance letter, I write to congratulate you on your new position as a regional conservationist director of the State Forestry Service. We wish you luck in your final weeks at Philmont National Forest. We very much look at welcoming you to your new desk in the State Forestry Office at 8 a.m. on May 1st. Got the old pantry going on. Interesting place to pack stuff. So they want to reprint his book. That's pretty cool.